So today's a little bit different in the fact that I want you writing. And but before you write, I mean, look at this week we're going to focus on symbols. You know, what are symbols? And we kind of, the guy on the screen earlier had kind of defined what symbols are. They represent things. Our mask could be symbolic, and in such a way is that if we weren't wearing a mask right now, we were to just get rid of our mask, do we cover things up with different things that we could actually call a mask, even though they might not be the mask that we define, like on our faces? So, for instance, if I were, so when I was in school, I was the guy that our family didn't have a lot. Our family had what we needed. My dad worked 3 jobs. My mom worked after we started going to school. She got work, and which was good because both of their jobs helped pay for our medical insurance and stuff. But we were not a very well off family. We had to watch. We had to nickel and dime just about everything, and that's. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. There's things that we did have that I enjoyed in a span of time. But in order to hide the fact that we didn't make a lot, or that we were, I wouldn't say different, but in school sometimes it felt different. We would find clothing that was donated, that maybe not so new, that had the logos and stuff. We would wear that. My dad worked at Sears part time for one of his jobs, and he was able to get clothing at a discount, but at the time, Sears Roebuck jeans were not Levi jeans, and whatever Sears logo or their logo, whatever that they had on their shirt, was not Izod Lacoste, the little alligator. And that was popular during my time. So my mask was whenever we were given clothes that were fashionable or trendy at that time, I could put those on and pretend that I was just like everybody else. Couldn't do that a lot. So that's one mask. But there's other masks that we wear too. A smile on our face might be a mask. There's a commercial on TV now. The woman's got this almost a scowl. She's feeling really bad, but she carries around a paddle with a smiley face on it. So our faces can be a symbol as well. Like, I'm happy, I'm hiding something though. I'm happy, I'm hiding something. So that could be a mask. The smile could be a mask. So what I'm going to ask you to do today is something a little bit different. We're going to start reading about a minister who wears a mask for some reason. And maybe hiding something. I don't know. I'm going to let you determine it. But I did put the quote in up here on the screen. Beloved and respected as you are, there may be whispers that you hide your face under the consciousness of secret sin. For the sake of your holy office, do away with the scandal. So, and this is Nathaniel Hawthorne writing. And again, he's writing about a Puritan minister. Remember, we had that figures of speech with Jonathan Edwards and his Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. So there's a lot of metaphors and imagery and things like that. So we're transitioning from that into some things that are symbolic in nature. Some of the things that we can identify today. Now, Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote in the 1800s or early 1800s, and so I don't want. He's not a Puritan, but he's a descendant of Puritans. What's interesting about him, he writes in such a way that I'm not going to say he makes fun of the faith of the Puritans, but what he does is points out some of their flaws. And where they're all concerned about religious nature. Remember talking about the mask and stuff, and we were talking about hiding. But some people, not necessarily hiding, but they want people to think they're better than what they are. So he, at some point, is going to maybe Puritans are like this, or they are so involved in their faith, they are showy with their faith. But that's not who they some of them really are. You know, so he gives them human, or he gives them flaws that we would have. So, and that's where the secret sin possibly comes in. So, anyway, the assignment is going to be for you to write something, and it's about your own sin. Or I'm sorry, your own secret. All right. So, and if you don't have a secret, then you can make one up. And I'm going to do that and show you how to do that today. So here's the assignment. After reading the quote, think about the things you hide in your own life. I mean, do we hide things? I know I do. You know, I hide things from you. You don't know everything about me. The things you don't tell your parents or close friends about. If you do not have a secret, make one up. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a Google Doc, and you're going to share it with me. And I've got an example right here. So I have titled it up here, Whitfield Secret. All right, and I made sure I share it. Please make sure you share. So, and that when you share it with me, that I'm the editor. So share it with Ross Whitfield, Whitfield 1, not this guy. That guy right there, I was just using that as an example. That's important. That's the first thing you should do when you get to this blank page. I should have went ahead and did this and showed you that this is my blank page. All right, so you get a blank page, and it looks like that. All right, so I'll do that in the next class. But make sure you title this your last name in secret, and then share it with me. Now look, when you share, let me show you this. Okay, it's going to ask you. I'm going to name a person here. Again, I'm going to do it with Christy Sutton. She's a English person. I'm going to X her out in a minute. But this box comes up right here. Notify people. Uncheck that. Just uncheck it. All right. So when you share it with me, uncheck that notify people. I'll say it again. When you share this with me, uncheck this box right here. It's going to come up checked. Just uncheck it. And that way I don't get hundreds of emails. You know, I mean, I do, but anyway, so just check it and then you share. All right. So, and make sure that I'm an editor. Okay. So what you're going to, oh, shoot. Did I get out of it? I did. I'll pause for that. Okay, so what we're going to do now that we've established that, we're going to figure out, well, why does Coach Whitfield want to know secrets? I don't want to know your secret. If you want to share your secret, that's fine. It's not going to go anywhere past me. I'm not going to put it up on the screen. I'm not going to show it to anybody. But I'm going to go ahead and give you my example, my secret, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm making it up. All right, so I have a secret, but I don't want you to know it. So I'm going to make up my secret, and that's kind of what I want you to do. All right, so what I'm looking for is three things. I want you to be able to give me an introduction. I want you to be able to give me a body paragraph, and I want you to be able to give me a conclusion, or what really is an outcome. All right, and you're going to do this kind of like a little short story, and I'm going to want you to keep it very short. I don't want you to be long with it, because I do want you to have a little fun with it. All right, so here it is in a nutshell. You write a paragraph that's the introduction about what the secret is. All right, so that's background information. Background information is very important. Then you're going to write a paragraph that answers the following questions. Now, if you think of other questions, feel free to put those in. So what would happen to you if you revealed your secret? You know, to you personally, what would it be like? What would the consequences be? And that's not just you personally. What would be consequences to other people? What would be different about your relationship with your parents, your brothers and sisters, your friends, co-workers, people that are associated with you? What would be different if your secret was revealed? Who would you be able to count on not to change their attitude toward you if your secret was revealed? All right, and would revealing your secret make you a better person? Would it? Remember we said that Jonathan Edwards talked in his sermon about a great weight. You know, sin is like a great weight weighing down someone, like a big lead weight weighing them down. So, that's what a secret tends to do to people. When they want to hide it, they live in I mean, there's a weight on them, and it's weighty. I have to hide it all the time. And then anyway, and then write a conclusion, a summary. You know, what would the outcomes be? I have this secret. I was going to put on Styx, a band called Styx from back in the 70s and early 80s, and play Mr. Roboto for you. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Thank you very much. Anyway, and it starts out, I have a secret, and the robot is actually a mask or something like that. So in other words, it's another symbol. So anyway, that's what we're looking at, and this is how I started it. All right, I needed to create a list. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this is my secret. I am ex-military. Everybody knows that. That's not a secret. I served with the Marines. I was a corpsman, a medic. That is not a secret. But what you do not know is that once I got out, I became, I'm a jack of all trades. Well, I found out my niche is really this. I work for the U.S. Marshal Service. 5 years ago, a family had to go into the witness protection program. And with that, they needed someone continually close by, especially when they entered school. And one of the kids came to D.H. Conley 5 years ago. That kid graduated last year. And if I tell you that his sister is here now, she came, I would just say that I'm still here. So I have to stay here and remain here until they finish school, because my job is to protect them at all costs. So I'm here. I'm not the only one. So, but that's my secret. And so how I set this up is, do you think if I told that secret that there would be consequences? Think I'd lose my job with the U.S. Marshal Service? Think I'd lose my job as a protector? How about would I put the family in danger? Would I put myself in danger? So those are questions I'm just asking. And does it fit those other questions that I have? Look at here. What would happen if I revealed the secret? What would the consequences be? What would be different about your relationship with your parents? My wife does not know that I have this job with the U.S. Marshal Service. She does not know. She does not know when I leave the house exactly what I do. Like in the middle of the night when there's a threat and I have to leave. So who would be, my relationship with her, would she be able to trust me again if I told her the truth? All right, so that's a whole different issue too. All right, and then would I be able to count on her to not change their attitude? Would I be able to count on my friends not to change their attitude? And then would revealing my secret make me better? All right, so obviously I'm not with the U.S. Marshal Service, but all those things are symbolic. The U.S. Marshal Service and my job is symbolic of what my real secret is. Okay? So have I told you what my secret is? Have I told you that I have a secret? Now, if I don't have a secret, I'm making one up. And in this case, I am making one up. But I'm using the U.S. Marshal Service as this made-up, fictional secret for this assignment. All right. So in order to do this, I created a list. If you look out to the side, okay, I just created a short list. And I could create the list with those questions. But one, what's my secret? A spy, a witness protection program, and you can see that there. If I tell my secret, my cover is blown. If I tell my secret, my family is in danger. What else? If I tell my secret, what happens? Could lose job. Lose friends. I could also lose trust, right? People who trust me. All right, so all those have consequences. If my secret is revealed, there could be consequences. So I just started this. Here's my background information, this first paragraph. I work for the U.S. Marshals Witness Protection Program, protecting the family. They are in the Conley district. I've been doing this for a while. I'm very good at what I do. If my secret were revealed, there would be a problem. Now, I did not, all that information I gave you before, I did not include in that introductory paragraph. I could have, if I needed to, but I just gave you a simple thing, what's going on. Here's my secret, and if it were revealed, I have a problem. Okay? And then my body paragraph, I know I would lose my job, my wife, maybe even my life. There are several people who would benefit from me revealing this secret. Perhaps the most damaging aspect of giving up my secret is that it would damage someone else. I would hate to lose my reputation, and I can go on further. But do you see the symbolic nature of this? All right, so my job, my fake job right now, the U.S. Marshal Service, is my secret, but it damages someone else if that secret were revealed. So my secret can be, use your imagination, damaging to someone else. All right. Now I haven't did a long paragraph on that, but it's kind of how I want you to approach it. You're telling the story, and then the last thing that you'll do is this paragraph at the end that kind of doesn't really sum it up, but gives you the outcome. When I gave up my secret, I felt I had my life back. I am ashamed that I could not talk about it to my wife, but now I can breathe. And then I might add a few more things to that. And but putting it this way, I'm going to say is not final. I do need to go back in and kind of redirect some sentences and stuff like that. I don't want you to just write something like this and not go back and kind of tweak it a little bit to make it make sense. All right, but that's what you're doing. If you want to reveal your secret to me, that's fine. I will not tell anyone. I am not a psychiatrist. If you ask for help within your paper because of your secret, I'm going to point you to a student counselor, so, or someone like that. But honestly, I don't want to know your secret. I just want you to work through the nature of it and just kind of have fun with this and enjoy it for what it is. If you're having trouble coming up with something that's symbolic of your own secret, I can help with that, even if you don't reveal it. So please don't reveal your secret. Just think of something else that could be similar to it. Another good way is to flip it. Maybe your secret, make it symbolic, or make something that everybody knows you for, like I'm a teacher. So that becomes a secret. Pretend that no one knows that I'm the teacher. So like your secret is that you're a student, or your secret is that you study hard, or that something. Just make it up. But keep in mind, you're writing about your true secret, but you're using something else to identify it. Make sense? It could be an old shoe. All right. So that's it. I'm going to stop this.